Okay, so another bit of circuit training is on the cards. So we have step back balance lunges on this. So balance lunges. This is going to be mid-length, standing facing your anchor point. You're going to start with the elbows underneath the shoulders. Obviously, all these drills are 40 seconds long with a 20 seconds breather. 15 exercises, and we're going to go round twice. Once you've done your balance lunges, we are going to have the single arm chest press. We're going to go off the left arm first. So that's going to be fully lengthened in single-handed mode. We're going to be standing facing away from the anchor point. Get the body long and strong. Arm extended. Then we're going to bend at the elbow. Hips and chest are going to move forward as one. Next up after this is going to be the hamstring curl with the hips up. This is going to be mid-calf length. We're going to be ground facing the anchor point. So ground facing. Heels in. Going to draw the knees in and out, working those hamstrings. The hips are going to be up off the ground. This is going to make it that a little bit more difficult. Next up after those, we have the I row. This is going to be mid-length. Stand facing the anchor point. The arms are going to be up over the ears. From here, you're going to slowly relax back. Arms going to rotate round the shoulders, and then you're going to drive the knuckles into the wall or just up behind you. Arms are going to kind of skim the ears for that one. Next up is high knees. Now this is going to be fully lengthened. You're going to turn and face away from the anchor point. Keep your arms nice and extended, like you were going to do a chest press. But from there, you're going to bring the knees up, alternating the legs. You're actually going to be leaning into the suspension trainer. This will bring the abdominals in. It's almost like a sled push, but without going anywhere. Next up after that, we've got the balance lunge. You can alternate the legs on the 2 sets, or we're going to go off the left leg first time round and right leg on the second time round. So this will be the right leg that we're going to hit up for the balance lunges. You can tap the foot down if you need to go into a more of a step back lunge. After those, we have the Y rows. So the Y row, we're going to be standing facing the anchor point. It's going to be mid-length, stand facing. Arms are going to be up in a nice high Y. You're going to lock that plank position in. You're going to slowly relax back. The hands will come together naturally, and then you're going to rip those handles open to come back up into that nice, big, strong Y position. Next up after those, we have the hip press. So the hip press is going to be mid-calf length. You're going to pop your heels in, obviously. You're going to draw your knees in so your thighs are vertical. Then from there, you're going to drive your hips up towards the ceiling, squeezing your glutes to the top. Then you come back down under control, making sure that your thighs reset so they're nice and vertical. We have bicep curls up after that. So the bicep curl is going to be mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Start with the fists up by the temples. From there, you're going to slowly relax back, let the arms naturally lengthen, and then you're going to bicep curl back up and in. After the bicep curls, we have mountain climbers, aka alternating squat thrusts. So from there, you can just come down into a push-up position, and you're going to cycle the legs in and out. So smooth and steady on these. If these should give out, feel free to just jog on the spot. It's not a problem. Find your appropriate level on these. Next up after those, it's the abducted lunge. So this is going to be mid-calf length. Now we're going to stand on the left leg first. Place your right foot in, and you're going to side kick out to your right-hand side. You're going to apply even pressure through both feet on this. Next up after that, well, obviously we've done the left arm for the single arm chest press, so we're going to have to hit the right arm. So right arm, single arm chest press, again, fully lengthened, single-handed mode. When we do come to the single arm work, if you want to do normal TRX chest press, you can go double-handed mode and just do normal chest press for 2 sets. Then we've obviously got to hit the opposite side in the abducted lunge, so we'll be standing on the right leg, and it's the left foot that will be going into these abducted lunges. Again, these will be mid-calf length, and you're going to be standing sideways to the anchor point for these. Once you've done those, your next exercise will be the preacher curl. The preacher curl is going to be mid-calf length. You're going to be kneeling on the ground, facing away from the anchor point. You're going to start with your arms extended, hands on the handles. You're going to bend at the elbows and drop your elbows down towards the ground, and your head is naturally going to slot between the hands. Then you're going to crush the handles down to extend those arms. Finishing off with the corner touch, so you're going to shuffle left and right. Now, if you've got a corner to touch into where a wall and the floor meet, feel free to touch in the middle of that corner. Otherwise, just as I'm doing on the demo, imagine there is a corner that you can shuffle and touch down into. We're going to have a 20-second setup. Here we go. So we've got 20 seconds to get ourselves ready for this first balance lunge. This is going to be mid-length, standing facing the anchor point. Start with your elbows underneath your shoulders. Ramrod straight with this. You're going to slowly sink back and down. Keep your left knee over your left ankle, and your right knee is going to come underneath your hip. Ready? And away you go. Smooth and steady on these balance lunges. Standing on your left leg only, unless you want to alternate the legs on this. It's not a problem. Keep the breathing nice and relaxed and the torso nice and tall as you work your way through these. You want to keep your head up and your chest up. So between the ear, the shoulder, and the hip, it's going to be a nice straight line. It's an upright plank that moves. You have 10 more seconds on these. Keep that breathing nice and relaxed. Don't grip the handles too much. You want a light grip on those handles, not too much though. And relax there. All right, get yourself ready for that single arm chest press. We're going to go off the left arm first. So let's go fully lengthened, single-handed mode. You're going to stand facing away from the anchor point. Start with that left arm extended. The feet can be in line with each other. That's harder. If you need to, you can step forward with your right foot to offset the foot position. Ready? And away you go. Smooth and steady. Give me 40 seconds of TRX single arm chest press. So you're going to keep your left shoulder away from your ear. This is, one, it's core work because we've got, obviously, a plank position locked in. We've got anti-rotation work because you're only pushing off one arm. You've got those legs long and strong. You've got your butt cheeks squeezed, I'm sure. Don't be afraid to move the feet forwards to make it easier and backwards to make it harder. You're almost there. And relax. So 20 seconds breathers to get yourself ready for those hamstring curls. So this is going to be mid-calf length, ground facing the anchor point. Drop your heels in. All right, you're going to drive your hips up so you've got some air underneath your ass. And you're going to draw the knees in and out, just getting those thighs vertical. Ready? And away you go. So smooth and steady on these TRX hamstring curls with the hips up. Now, I've got my arms out to the side in the demo. If you want to make it harder, you can make your base of support just that little bit smaller by drawing the arms across the chest. If you want to make it harder still, you can drive those fingertips up into the ceiling in like a prayer position, and this will make it harder still as it will bring your shoulders off the ground, making that base of support smaller. This is obviously working your hamstrings on this one. 10 seconds. All right, last 5. And relax there. Way to go. Great stuff. Set yourself up for your eye rows. Now, the eye rows are going to be mid-length. Stand facing the anchor point. Get your arms up over your ears. Keep those arms locked straight for me. All right, from where you are now, you're going to slowly, in a second, relax back, rotate around the shoulders before ripping the knuckles back. All right, and away you go. First set on these eye rows. Don't let the arms creep out to the side. That'll start creeping into your Y row. And we're going to hit up your Y row later on. And we don't want that. So we want to stick with these eye rows. Keep the plank position locked in. So we're going to have the chin up off the chest. You can have your eyes on the anchor. Feet are going to be gripping the ground. Depending on your depth on this. Remember, moving those feet in towards that anchor point is going to change that vector and make it harder. Moving it back is going to make it easier. Almost there on this one. Good solid 40 seconds. All right, relax there. Well, let's have a cardio drill. And that cardio drill is going to be high knees. Let's go fully lengthened. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Start in like a chest press type position. We're going to drive the legs up. So we're going to drive the knees up. And we're going to lean into that suspension trainer all the way through. Practically off you go. So if those handles or that suspension trainer was to break, God forbid, you would actually fall forwards. That's how much you're leaning into it. Keep the arms straight. Keep the shoulders down and back. And let's power through with these knees. Lift them up. Good solid 40 seconds on this. Let's get a bit of pace. Land light with the feet as they come backwards. Keep going. Good solid 40 seconds on this. If you really need a breather, then feel free to take it. But hopefully you're rocking these out. You've only got a few seconds left. You might even pick up the pace a little bit now. And relax. Well done. All right, set yourself up back into those balance lunges. So we're going to go back to the mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Now, I was talking about going off the left leg on the first set. So if you want to go off the right leg this time, if you were alternated legs on the first set, then you can alternate legs on this one. But otherwise, set yourself up, and away you go. Balance lunge, right leg and right leg only. Biggest thing with this is as you descend down, let those arms lengthen. If you keep that bend in the elbows, your torso is going to tip forward, and that's no good. We're going to be wanting that, if you're staying on that right leg, your right foot gripping the ground. You're going to descend back and down. This is going to be working not only your hamstrings, but your quadriceps and your glutes on this one. You want a light grip on the handles. You don't want to be rowing yourself back up. You want to be driving through the ground with that right foot, if you're using the right foot only, to come up tall. And relax there. Have a breather. Let's get ready for your Y rows. The Y row is very similar to the I rows. So we're going to go mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Start with the arms out now in a nice high Y. You will slowly relax back and let the hands come together naturally before ripping those knuckles open. Get yourself ready. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Good, solid Y rows. Keep the chin up off the chest. Keep the plank position locked in. If you find you're rocking through the hips to generate a bit of momentum to help you out, you can offset the feet. So put one foot a little bit further forward than the other one. And you can rock through the feet while keeping the body nice and taut and tight and long and strong. By driving off the back foot a little bit and using it as a spotter to help get you over any sticking points on this. And relax there. All right, get yourself ready for the hip press. So the hip press is going to be mid-calf length, ground facing the anchor point. So get yourself down there. Draw your knees in so your thighs are nice and vertical. Arms can be out to the side again like we did with your hamstring curls. You're going to drive your hips up towards the ceiling and squeeze your glutes. Ready? And away you go. So smooth and steady on this now. You're going to drive up. Think about squeezing your bum cheeks as the driver. Okay? Imagine there's an elastic band around your hips and that elastic band has been stapled to the ground. You're going to drive up, resisting that elastic band, and use your bum cheeks to squeeze to drive you up. Keep the breathing nice and relaxed with this. Don't be afraid to rest if you need to. If it starts to cramp up in the hamstrings, you can actually straighten the legs out as if you were going to do a hamstring curl and just lift your hips from there. So a little glute squeeze with the legs straight. And relax. All right, it's the bicep curls. Good old classic. So we're going to go mid-length for this one. Mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Start with the fists up by the temples. Lock that plank position in. You're going to slowly relax back and let the arms lengthen. And then you're going to curl up, bring the fist back to the temples. Ready? And away you go. Give me 40 seconds of good, solid bicep curls. No let up on these now. Move the feet as and when you need to, but really rock out a good, solid 40 seconds on these. Right, last 15 seconds. Keep the elbows nice and high. And let those arms fully extend on the way down as well. And relax, well done. All right, mountain climbers, get yourself ready. So we're going to go down into that push-up position. Remember, if you need to swap this out, should you have any wrist issues or problems with being on the hands, then feel free to take it to jogging on the spot. Otherwise, get yourself into this nice, strong push-up position. We're going to cycle the legs in and out. Now and away you go. Give me good, solid 40 seconds of these mountain climbers, a.k.a. alternating squat thrusts. Light them up. No let up on these now. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Tendency is to hunch up with these, and we don't want that. Let's keep that neck space open. Pull those shoulders down and back. It's like we're tucking the shoulder blades into the back pocket with this one. Almost there. And relax. Superb. Awesome. All right, set yourself up for these abducted lunges. They're going to be mid-calf length. Remember, we're going to stand on the left leg for this, so mid-calf length. You don't have to put it into single-handed mode. You can just put both feet through the foot cradle, your right foot through both foot cradles. So standing on your left, and you're going to side kick out to your right. And away you go. Moving a little bit further away from the anchor point is going to make it a little bit easier. Apply even pressure through that suspension trainer. So your left foot, which is on the ground, and your right foot that's through the foot cradles, they're going to apply even pressure down through. 15 seconds on this one. All right, last 10. Get real tall at the top as well. And relax. All right, setting ourselves up for this single arm chest press. We got to go off the right arm now. So nice and smooth and steady. Take it to fully lengthened. Single-handed mode. You're going to stand facing away from the anchor point. Okay, so hold it in your right hand. Step forward with your left foot if you need to. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Single arm chest press, right arm only. One side's always going to feel better than another, so don't worry if this feels a bit different. It might feel better for you, it might feel worse. If you need to make it easier, move those feet forwards, and if you need to make it harder, move those feet back. Remember, you can offset the foot position to make it easier still. So it is in your right hand this time, so you can step forward with that left leg. Only 8 more seconds left on this. Then we're going to have to hit up that abducted lunge, but obviously off the opposite side. Otherwise, you'll be lopsided. And relax there. Speaking of abducted lunges, set yourself up. So it is mid-calf length. We're going to be standing on the right leg this time. And you're going to pop your left foot in. You've got 6 seconds to stand by. So mid-calf length, standing sideways, standing on the right foot. The left foot's in. Stand by. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Awesome. Even pressure through the handles. Take your time. Stand up nice and tall. Really draw that knee up and in as well. Get it nice and close. Only go down to the depth that you feel comfortable and the depth that you can get back up from. And relax there. Brilliant. All right, so from where you are now, let's go to the preacher curl. This is going to be mid-calf length. Grab hold of those handles. Going to drop those elbows forward and down. Head's going to slot in between the handles, just by the temples with the fists. And then you're going to crush down and extend those arms. Ready? And away you go. So smooth and steady on this one. Excellent. Now, if you need to make this easier, move further away from the anchor point. So the more upright your torso is going to become to start, then the easier it's going to get. You can see that suspension trainer is basically hanging straight down. That's the hardest version we got. All right, you got 5 more seconds on these. Keep that breathing nice and relaxed. And relax, well done. All right, we got the corner touch. Nail these corner touches, and you'll be halfway through. So here we go. Get yourself ready. You're going to scoot left and right or shuffle left and right. And you're going to touch down into either a real corner, depending on where you are, or an imaginary one. Do not step on your own toes, and don't let the legs cross. Ready? And away you go. Give me 40 seconds and 40 seconds only. Scooting left and right, shuffle left and right. You'll see on the demo those feet don't cross. Keep light on the feet as you move left and right. Halfway through, 20 seconds left on this one. Almost 15 minutes in. Only 15 to go. That's like 1 round down, 1 to go. Come on, last couple of seconds. Don't let this pace let up now. Keep going. Keep the speed in there. And relax. All right, here we go. We're back to those balance lunges. Left leg and left leg only for me, please. Unless you're alternating. So let's get ready. We're going to go mid-length. Stand facing that anchor point. Start with the elbows under shoulders. Body's ramrod straight. Light grip on the handles. We're going to slowly come back. Ready? And away you go. Give me 40 seconds. Smooth and steady. Torso tall from your hip to your shoulder to your ear, spine in line. Light grip on the handles. So you're standing on the left, so your right knee should be coming directly underneath that hip on the way down. So remember, every exercise we do now, getting closer and closer to the end. We've broken the back of this workout. Ready? And have a breather. All right, here we go. We're back into that single arm chest press. Left arm only. So we're back to the fully lengthened single-handed mode. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Left arm is straight out in front of us. You can put the right arm out in front of you as well to ghost or mirror image the left hand. Ready? And away you go. This helps you see if you've started to rotate or you're not in the right positions. If you are ghosting the left hand with the right. Don't place the right hand on the hip though, because that'll be cheating and self-bracing. Keep your hand off your hip so that core has to work to keep you nice and braced. You're well over halfway on this one. Last 10 seconds. So far, so good. Keep that plank position locked in, tummy nice and tight. This is obviously working the pectoral muscles and the upper body and the obliques. And relax there. Right, hamstring curls. Can you make it a little bit harder than what you made it last time? Whether you moved the hand position or whether you moved the pendulum principle by moving further away from the anchor point. You've got 4 seconds to decide. So, hamstring curl, mid-calf length, ground facing, ready, and away you go. Solid 40 seconds on these hamstring curls. If you can do the whole 40 seconds with the hips up, outstanding. If you need to put those hips down, not a problem. All right, 18 seconds is what you got. Keep that breathing nice, relaxed. Mess around with the stability principle of the arms if you need to. You can keep those, if you can, separate the feet for the last couple of reps, more of a squat pattern than just having the feet together. Ready? And relax. All right. Have a 20-second well-earned breather as you get ready for those eye rows. These are going to be mid-length, stand facing, arms up by your ears, knuckles facing backwards. Lock that plank position in, so let's dig the heels into the ground. Let's squeeze the bum cheeks. Get long. And away you go. So slowly relax back, rotate around those shoulders. Control the descent and then rip those handles backwards, getting the arms to, as best you can, almost skim the ears. There you go, 20 seconds. Halfway, no problems for you. Move those feet if it starts to get stuck, or remember you can offset the feet if you need to. And relax there, well done. All right, cardio time. Let's go, high knees, fully lengthened, turn and face away, hands on the handles, walk backwards, arms straight, lean into that suspension trainer. You've got to rely on that suspension trainer to stop you falling forwards. Tighten up the stomach, shoulders down and back. Ready? Let's light them up. Get those knees pumping like a pair of pistons. Come on. You've got to lift them up. Good, solid 40 seconds. Landing light with the feet. Rapid changeovers. Halfway, 20 seconds. Come on, we can start picking it up just that little bit more. Easy, come on. Little bit faster. Keep the breathing relaxed though. Don't hold that breath on me. Come on, 10 seconds. We're into single figures now on the seconds. Solid high knees on these. Back into the balance lunges if I remember rightly. Have I remembered rightly? I have remembered rightly. Thank God for that. Right, so we're going to go mid-length. Stand facing the anchor point. Elbows under shoulders. You know this by now. We're going to stand on the right leg so we end up nice and even. So standing on the right leg and the left leg's going to come back. Stand by. Almost there. Ready? And away you go. So ease yourself into this. Nice tall torso. So if I was stood in front of you and you had a t-shirt on, preferably with a big logo, I should be able to either look at that logo, see the picture, see the writing on the front of your t-shirt. If you start to lean forward and show me the top of your head, that's no good. Or the top of your shoulders. I need to see all of you. Drive through that right foot, remember. Push that ground away. And relax there. Superb. It's the Y rows. We've been nailing those I's. Time to nail the second set of the Y's. So we got mid-length, stand facing. Arms are up. Arms locked long. Nice straight arms. You're going to slowly relax back. Hands together. Rip those handles open. 2 more seconds. 1 more second. And away you go. So smooth and steady. All right, 10 seconds already gone. All right, 18 seconds. Okay, last 10 on this. Keep that breathing nice and relaxed. Almost there. And relax, superb. It's the hip press. Let's go mid-calf length. Heels in. All right, draw those knees in so those thighs become vertical. Then you're going to drive those hips up towards the ceiling. Pop them on back down. Don't worry about slamming your hips up into the ceiling. We don't want to overarch your back or anything. Only lift them as much as you can. Off you go. So second set on these. So I only want you to lift them as best you can. Remember what I said on round 1, if this gets too much on your hamstrings, let the legs go straight. So have your heels in, but legs straight, and just lift your hips marginally off the ground, squeezing your bum cheeks that way while keeping your legs straight. It's a regression for the hamstring, for the hip press, sorry. 12 seconds. Almost there on this one. And relax there, well done. Bicep curls. Let's go mid-length, stand facing. Start with a fist up by the temples. You're going to slowly relax on back, let those arms lengthen, and then curl up and in. All right, get yourself ready. Got 5 seconds on this. And away you go. Let's go. Smooth and steady on this now. Now, what pace you go at is entirely up to you. That pace has got to make sure that your form and technique stays nice and taut and tight and does not break down at any point. You're halfway through at 20 seconds. Don't let me down now. Full extension on the arms on the way down and nice high elbows. I'm sure you're still squeezing your bum cheeks as well. Keeping those taut and tight, aren't you? And relax after those bicep curls. All right, mountain climbers. Let's get you ready. So, from where you are now, get yourself into that push-up position, and you're going to cycle those legs in and out. Remember, you can swap this out for jogging on the spot, or something like star jumps, a cardio drill that you prefer. As long as it's a decent cardio drill, it's going to ramp up the heart rate. Ready? And away you go. Let's go. 40 seconds. Biggest thing here, let's think of that ear to the hip, right? We want ears in line, shoulder in line, nice flat back. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. You're driving those heels away from the head as they cycle backwards. All right, there's 10 seconds left. You got this. Come on. We're getting into our last 5 minutes worth of work here. 25 minutes boxed off. You're almost there. And relax. All right, let's bring it up. The last 5 minutes. Here is your abducted lunge. So we're going to go mid-calf length, stand sideways to the anchor point. We are standing on the left leg and the right foot is going into that suspension trainer. We're going to side kick out to the right. Only go to the depth that you feel comfortable. You're almost there. Get yourself ready. And away you go. Smooth and steady. Descend down to the depth that you can come back up from. Keep even pressure through both feet. So we're working the glutes here, we're working the quads, the adductors, the abductors. Whole load going on here. We've got that core work going on because we're unstable. So it's having to tighten up a little bit. Last 10 seconds. We've got the single arm chest press, right arm only coming up next. 5 seconds. And relax. All right, set yourself up. Single arm chest press, right arm only, fully lengthened. Single-handed mode. Make it a little bit easier by stepping forward with your left foot if you need to. Otherwise, you can have the feet in line. Stand by, you got 6 seconds. Start with that arm extended. And away you go. All right, bend that right arm. Remember, now you can ghost it with your left hand if you want to. So you can ghost those hands. Just seeing if there's any rotation that shouldn't be happening. So we've got anti-rotation work, remember? Core work, we've got the pectoral muscle, the right side working. Now we've got the lats working if you're hopefully pulling that shoulder, that right shoulder down into its socket. And relax. There we go. So we've now got to do the abducted lunges standing on your right leg. So we're going to go that mid-calf length, standing sideways to the anchor point. Pop your left foot through those cradles on the suspension trainer, and you're going to side kick out to that left-hand side. You got 3 seconds. And away you go. So smooth and steady with this one. Even pressure through the feet. Move a little bit further away from the anchor point if you need that little bit more balance. Well over halfway. Keep your head and chest up. Don't look down to the ground. Ground's always going to be there. Keep your eyes up. Keep your head up. Keep your chest up. And relax. Here we go. Tricep press. Well, it is a tricep press, but we also know it as the preacher curl. So the preacher curl, mid-calf length. Get on your knees, ground facing away from the anchor point. Grab hold of those handles, arms extended. You can hinge slightly at the hips. Ready? And away you go. So dropping those elbows down into the ground, head slots in between. Crush the handles down to come on up. If it gets too much, keep moving forwards so more of the anchor point is behind you to lessen the angle to make it that little bit easier. 20 seconds. All right, last 10. We'll have your corner touch to finish. Last couple of reps, come on. Work those triceps to finish. And relax. All right, so we've got your corner touch, last cardio drill, and last drill. 30 of 30. So corner touch in 10 seconds. Now, you're well and truly warmed up. Yes, you might be a bit more tired, but let's see if we can finish fast on this. Ready? And away you go. Smooth and steady. Don't try it on your own feet. Don't let the feet cross. And away you go. Good, solid 40 seconds on this. Touch and go, touch and go. Even if you're following me on the screen, moving left and right. Land light. Come on, you're well over halfway. In fact, with 15 seconds left, I want to say thank you so much for jumping into this circuit session. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep going. You're into single figures. Don't let me down now. 3, 2, 1.